We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Blue 18.
March 49.
We own them. We own them.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They run with Lewis out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Pick it up, G.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He gets it to Graham, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Blue 8.
58, come on.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Where 18?
They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd. Down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bills' 41-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check. Slam, slam, slam.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. 3.
Mike's 49.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Let's go.
They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, is working really well.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
49's the mic.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
One.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Mariota gives to Henry. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore. 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that. But they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
To throw, it's Allen. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think you'd come down with it and take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Titans.
Hey, round 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, Tackle.
Now on second down. This is Gore. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run to the backup. This is Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
No gain.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot, try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
14, Titans 10. Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
49 the mic. 49.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Mariota. And he's got him in. Corey Davis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm coming after you. Check.
First down, Mariota. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. This meeting between the Bills and Titans, part of the NFL 100 series, and everybody remembers the Music City Miracle back in 1999 with 16 seconds left and the Titans trailing by 1. They took the kickoff. Frank Wycheck threw a lateral pass across the field to Kevin Dyson, who went 75 yards untouched for the game-winning score, as if the Bills had not already endured enough postseason heartache from the early 90s, and then they would not make the playoffs again until a couple of years ago in 2017. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Switch!
To the air again. Mariota. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
49. Go. Mike, 49. Here we go. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
Mariota on first down. Escaping the pressure right. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 18.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because the running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that.
Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. 30, the 20, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Bring it up.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
So we got man.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota.
I'm coming after you.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Nice pick.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Hey, check 20.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the out. Watch
On 52.
twits.
We got it.
Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Got you, boy.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw Mariota. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. He's got him in. Complete. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point put through by Succo. And the lead is down to a field goal.
17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Bills take over. Go, let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as they get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers or counters.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
3. 49. Yeah. One.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Milano charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. From the gun, Mariota. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And able to find John Brown. He's at the 30, 10, 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 82 yards. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
One. Three. 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. All day, dog.
Now Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Mariota now. And it's caught off the deflection. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
Still able to haul it in for the reception. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line.
That's another Titans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mariota again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Again, it's Mariota. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point put through by Saka, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So, sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Yeah, it really has, especially as of late. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Nice hit, boy.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result. If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Back now in Nashville. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Mike, here we go. Let's bring it.
Allen now on first down. He's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch him on their heels.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, exit. Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Ready? Line, ready.
Cut.
3. 1.
Orbit. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Target.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, watch it.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rush in. Kill.
1.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
1.
Mike's 49.
They'll run it again with Henry. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Time. Blue 18.
49's the Mike. Here it comes.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Blue 80. 1.
They'll run on 1st down. Lewis. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Tight dog. 49's the Mike. Watch 49.
1.
Throwing, Mariota. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Here's Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And adding on to their lead, the Jaguars have scored again. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Mike's 54. Hey, Delta.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Right there.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Flushed out right. It's caught left side by John Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all the way.
7. I got it.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Just a little bit of a rough stretch.